Welcome to Pagan Crafting. In today's pendulum design series, we're going to look at a turquoise goddess and a turquoise skull pendulum. Making two pendulums today, we're going to have some fun. Now, normally what we do, we use semi-precious stones, we use glass faceted beads, we use river stones, hunka chunkas, you name it, howlite skulls, polymer, clay. I love using charms in my pendulums and so much more. Again, wire wrapping. I'll make a pendulum out of anything. Stay tuned today and let's make a couple pieces. Now today we're going to make two pendulums at once. One is a turquoise wire piece I did. I'm going to list other videos where I'll show you how to wire wrap. Today I'm just going to have some set up. We have glass faceted beads, glass blown beads, some turquoise beads, and we have some little silver charms. I have a goddess charm I'm going to use for the pendulum and a wire wrap turquoise chunk for the pendulum with the howlite dyed, or it's a turquoise. I think it's probably a howlite skull, but they always dye them for those ones. Using a bug pin here for the end. This is going to be the finger hold. A little skull at the top to match the skull at the bottom. It could be skulls and pretty. I use a little wire snippers here, and then these are wire pliers that help make a nice little loop using the bug pins and repeat on the top. So pretty. It's going to match the goddess so nicely. Again, just snip it off the top and creating a loop with my loop wire pliers. Having problems talking today. We'll get through this. Now we have a little loop bug pins, not bug pins, a little loophole pins. And I'm going to use one bead at a time because these are larger beads. I'm going to make little loopholes on each one, and then I'll attach them all together with jump rings. So I'm going to hit a little time lapse. I'm going to repeat through them all the beads all the way through the up. I love this one. This is a little blown glass bead, or pressed glass bead. So pretty. I thought it would look really sharp with this one. Little turquoise bead. All right, so that's all sped up. That's all done. I'm going to hit the other ones here super quick. I think the goddess I'm going to stick to just the glass faceted beads with hers and the little silver inlays. Now I'm having problems deciding which I should go with. A charm, I'm not sure. I go back and forth. I bring it that the tree may be super cool. I was thinking about the tree of the goddess there, but I come back to that little silver ball. I think it'll look sharp. I don't want to take away from the goddess too much. I want her to be the focal point. So I decided not to go with one of the trees. Now you just simply start assembling the piece with jump rings between the two beads and the loopholes. And I try to use the smallest jump rings possible instead of the big chunky ones. And when you make your little loopholes when you're feeding through the beads, make sure it's nice and straight. If it's not straight, as you're using a pendulum, it's going to be all wonky and it's not going to sit right. Now, super fast time lapse, just going to finish it all up there. Now if you notice, I also have tape on my table. Yes, the tape is for the size, so I have the finger hold, the thumb hold for one at the top, and then I can measure how much chain I need between the each, because I think for this length of, I think it's 10 inches that I have measured here with some tape. I think it's a nice length overall, so I make sure it's, because I can make pendulums too long if I can get a little carried away with all the fancy beads. When I made all these pendulums, when this was filmed, I made 49 pendulums, made about 5 more for some buddies, so that's 54 pendulums. Oh, and my daughter, I made her a couple too. Oh gosh, so that's 56 am I at now? Pendulums I made in about a week. Ridiculous. They're all on my Pagan Crafting Etsy store too. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun, and I have so many beads, and I was stuck indoors, so might as well. I don't know, weather wasn't too good, so I was gonna make some stuff. Loving this. Oh, love the turquoise, the glass beads, the turquoise, the wire wraps, the glass faceted beads, the howlite skulls. I hope this will go to a very special home one day, because it's definitely was made with a lot of love. Oh, I love this one. I almost kept this one for myself, actually. And I'm just going to rinse and repeat. We're going to grab those little jump rings again, and we are going to assemble our next pendulum. I could have broke this down into 2 videos, but I think with speeding up that little option there, I think I was managed to get both of them in here. I forgot to put a little loop pin on this one, so just snipping it off there, creating another little loop. And this one's ready to go. I think it's a nice little centerpiece, and it's instead of not the focal, but a nice centerpiece. I think it's a nice way to finish this one off. The light is catching the color so beautifully. I love this color so much. It's got to be one of my favorite colors. Yeah, just keep assembling. And soon we will add the chain to this piece as well. Now this one's ready to be chained and assembled, and it'll be done as well. Now I just measure with my heart. I don't do a lot of measurements. I don't do anything precise when I do my pendulums. When I do my woodworking, everything's right down to a tape measure and right down to like the 1/8 of an inch. But not with this. This I just measure with my heart, just like my cooking. When is it ready? When it's done? Well, what temperature do you put it on? Medium. How do you know when it's done? When it's ready. All right, it's just like this. We are done. Yeah. Now I had a great time making these. I hope you had a blast. Maybe making this along with me, or maybe this inspire you to make some on your own. Throw me down in the comments below if you make your own pendulums as well, or what some of your favorite colors or charms that you like to use. Maybe this will inspire you for some of your own goodies. I just use old necklaces, anything, beads, charms, anything I can find. I'll make a pendulum out of it. Anyway, my love, it was a pleasure to hang out with you today.